Hello and welcome to Richard Mwanga TV. Today I'll be looking at procrastination as one of the ghosts that lead to we human beings not being able to achieve our goals. Procrastination. This is something that many of us suffer from and we are unable to avoid. So today I'll be looking at procrastination and I'll be giving you some tips on how we can avoid procrastination. So stay tuned and follow this video to the end. So the first thing that you need to do in order to avoid procrastination is be organized. One thing you'll realize that if you're not organized, you'll never find time to carry out very important duties and very important activities in your life. Secondly, set simple, achievable goals. You should also think of having a deadline on the activities that you're doing. Very important. You should have a deadline. Every activity that you do should have a deadline. Never work without a deadline, because without a deadline, then that means that you might be working till eternity. Avoid distraction. Make sure that if you are out to do an activity, any kind of distraction, might it be a family, friends, or any kind of social or political thing that might make you not achieve your goal on that day, put it aside. The next thing is take a break. Do not overwork yourself. Every time that you think that you have overworked yourself, to an extent maybe that you cannot even think straight, you cannot solve simple problems, then take a break and think about or think of a solution to the problem that you have ahead of you. So avoid overworking yourself, and every time you feel that you're tired, take a break. Something else that many of us don't know or don't do is appreciating ourselves. One thing I know, that if you tend to appreciate yourself each and every moment, then you are also motivated. So one thing that you also have to learn is that every time you are doing an activity, you've set a goal and you hit the deadline, you achieve the goal that you wanted to achieve, you should also learn to appreciate yourself. Appreciation does not mean that you buy yourself a car. Hello. That should not be the thing. They're very simple things. Yeah? Like even going out for a cup of coffee. Very simple. But it goes a long way in motivating you as a person to achieve the next goal and beat the next deadline. So, very important, always learn to appreciate yourself. There are moments when we feel that the activities that we are out to do are very tough. Yeah? Maybe you have a multi-stage kind of project that you need to do, and you feel that there are projects that are tougher than others. One thing I'd also like to encourage you to do is always begin with projects or goals that seem tough to handle. Because if there is a goal that you feel is tougher than the rest of the goals, you set the deadline and you beat the deadline, then that will also encourage you to continue working towards the other goals. But if at all you'll start with softer goals or those that are not tough, they might deceive you, and when you get to the tougher goals, you tend to lazy, or that is when you feel like you're getting now tired and you tend to procrastinate or postpone the activity. So one thing I'd really like to encourage you is always begin with what you feel is tough and then go to easier projects. In case you have such assignments that you need to achieve, you should be having somebody else, a person that you trust. Always tell somebody else about the project or the assignment, and this must be a trustworthy person, so that in case you forget, you forget when you're supposed to be handling that project, or when you had planned to handle that project or that assignment, this person will remind you. And I believe if you follow these simple steps and you put into consideration, many of us will not procrastinate, and we will be able to achieve our goals. Stay tuned to Richard Mwanga TV for more of this.